Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to your ultimate explainer on 2026 graduation nails. We're moving way beyond just beautiful aesthetic inspiration today and taking you right down to the day of execution. Because let's be honest, graduation isn't just a ceremony, it's a full-on marathon.
300%. That is a massive spike, and it's exactly how much searches for graduation manicures are up this season alone. This immediate validation shows just how critical getting these little details right really is. Think about it. This is going to be the single most photographed day of your life. From diploma handoffs to ring close-ups to throwing your cap in the air, your hands are going to be in frame again and again.
So, here's our game plan for today. 1. The quiet luxury aesthetic. 2. Finding your perfect style. 3. The short versus long debate. 4. Simple DIY nail art. And finally, 5. Surviving celebration weekend.
Starting right off with Section 1, the quiet luxury aesthetic, the real 2026 vibe.
There is a really stark contrast happening in trends right now. We're completely moving away from those loud, stark whites and chaotic maximalist designs we used to see. Instead, 2026 is all about quiet luxury. I mean, we're talking milky pearl finishes, glass skin gloss, and these beautiful, soft almond shapes. This new trend whispers, it doesn't shout, which gives you a much more refined elegance in your photographs.
There are basically three forces shaping your choice here. First up, the camera. Soft, natural light heavily favors milky, sheer tones. You know, a stark white can read super clinical, and a heavy glitter, that can literally blow out the photographer's lens. Second is the gown. This is your permanent styling partner in every single photo you take. And third, the day itself. We're talking 12+ hours of handshakes, adjusting caps, endless celebrations. Actually, your hands are going to be photographed more in this one day than like the entire previous semester.
Moving into Section 2, finding your perfect style. Classic, bold, or collegiate.
Let's bust a major myth right here. You might think, oh, I have a brightly colored gown, I should match it with colorful nails. But honestly, that's a styling mistake. If you've got a vibrant gown, your absolute secret weapon is a neutral nail. Think a milky white pearl or a sheer nude. It lets the gown pop without clashing. Now, if your gown is black or navy, well, that's when you open the door to color, bold designs, or even school colors, like a stunning deep black cherry gloss.
Speaking of school colors, here's a kind of counterintuitive secret for you. A full school color manicure will completely overwhelm your photos. Restraint and accenting are the true keys to elegance here. You really want to use them as accents, never full sets. Think navy and gold micro French tips, or maybe a crimson baby French on a milky white base. Even a single accent nail with a tiny painted chevron or tassel is just brilliant. And remember, universal black, white, and gold works for absolutely everyone, no matter your school colors.
The big 2026 hero detail is the single pearl accent placed right on the ring finger. A simple, milky, or nude set with just one 3D pearl on the ring finger is the absolute standout trend this year. It's actually borrowed straight from bridal styling, and it provides this incredibly understated detail that is just perfect for those tight diploma close-ups.
All right, Section 3, the short versus long debate, where practicality meets drama.
Let's quickly weigh the lengths. Short and medium almond shapes, they're super practical, glove-friendly, and give you zero anxiety for handshakes. On the flip side, long coffin and stiletto nails deliver amazing, full-body portrait drama, but they actively fight gloves, and honestly, they require literal rehearsal for safely gripping your diploma. Looking at both, medium almond is definitely the true 2026 sweet spot. It gives you enough canvas for beautiful art while completely eliminating that day of handling anxiety.
On to Section 4, simple DIY nail art. Getting salon results right at home.
Okay, you have to try this brilliant 15-minute technique called the sponge babyboomer. First, you apply a sheer pink base and cure it. Then dab some white onto the tip half with an everyday makeup sponge. Just repeat those light bounces to build up the density, and finally, cure and seal it with a top coat. I absolutely love this because the sponge does all the blending for you. No joke, it requires zero brush skills.
There are some other fantastic, totally foolproof techniques too. You can use curved tape as a guide for ultra-crisp French tips. You can press that single hero pearl right into your base gel. Or try rubbing glazed chrome powder over a nude base. It's actually amazing how a literal bobby pin or a piece of tape can create intricate photo-ready details that look completely professional.
And finally, Section 5, surviving celebration weekend. Making sure the manicure actually lasts. Look, timing is everything.
2 to 3 days prior to the ceremony, you want to book your gel manicure for peak freshness. Day before appointments, they leave 0 recovery time if something goes wrong, and week before appointments will already show a visible growth line. Fast forward to the morning of graduation, apply some cuticle oil right before you head out for those tight shots. Then, by day 2 of the celebrations, just swipe on a thin, fresh top coat layer to revive that incredible gloss.
Here are your absolute survival rules. First, always choose gel over regular polish. It's essentially photo insurance. Now listen closely to this one. Ask your tech to cap the free edges. That is the single most important sentence you can say to a nail technician to prevent tip wear. Next, pack a little micro kit in your clutch with a file, top coat, and cuticle oil. Oh, and beware of hidden hazards. Seriously, have someone else wrestle the wire cages off the champagne bottles. Let them take the risk. And please, use scissors for gift ribbons while you're at it.
So, now that you're armed with the best trends, the DIY secrets, and the survival tactics, I gotta ask you, what style feels like the most polished version of you? Whether it's a quiet, milky pearl, a subtle nod to your school colors, or a bold chrome, your graduation day is all about celebrating your unique journey.
I want to leave you with this really powerful thought from our sources. Your hands will hold the proof of years of work in front of every camera in the room. Graduation nails might seem like a micro detail on a macro day, but long after the gown is returned, what story do you want those permanent photos to tell about your style and your preparation? Dive into these trends, test out your perfect shape, and ask yourself, what legacy will your hands leave in the class of 2026?